Welcome to this tutorial on creating a modified block letter. And we're going to keep it easy on this one. And what I want you to do is go ahead and open up the central perk letter that you created in class or on the last tutorial. And we're going to reformat that letter. If you're doing this or watching this tutorial again for another project that you want to make a modified block letter, go ahead and open that letter instead of this one and just apply the same things to it. So what we want to do is go ahead into our My Documents and find your CC7 folder. And you can see here I have different projects for all my classes, but I'm using this project. This is my block business letter example from the last tutorial. This is our central perk letter that we formatted in regular block formatting. And I'm going to go ahead and open this letter. And you can see there it does take a second for your letterhead to come in. It's in this little gray, but again, it'll print correctly. This is in that gray box as well because we used insert date and time. So you can see here today is Monday, April 26, 2010. If you're looking at this any other time, it might not have the correct date in. Then we want to make sure we have our spacing exactly how we wanted it here. We have all of our other parts that we needed for this letter. The only thing we need to do for a modified block letter is where we move all of our information. Okay, we have to move that over to a specific spot on our screen. And the way we want to move this information is we want to move it over to the 3-inch mark on our page. But we don't want it centered, and what I mean by that is if we wanted to move this information here to center, that would be fine. That's the center part of our page, but we don't want to do that. We want it to be left aligned, just moved over. To do that part, we want to move selected pieces. And the first thing we're going to move is our date. We can move that over as far as our top part. That's something that's kind of important but not as important. Remember, for a modified block letter, it is only the most critical information to the person receiving the letter. So this part here we can move over. So to do that, we're going to change our alignment. So I'm just going to come right up here to the top, and I'm going to select this and move over to the 3-inch mark. So now my line is now indented to that 3-inch mark. Very easy to do. I'm going to repeat this process for each other line that I need to do this for. Again, we have our inside address. That's important for the reader. We have our salutation or greeting. We have our letter body and even our closing here. And the only other part we want to move over is actually these parts right here. We're going to keep enclosure on the left. That's important for them to see as well. So we're going to take this and move it out 3-inch mark. And we're going to repeat the same thing for each of the following 2 lines. So we're going to move that and owner. Again, going to keep enclosure on the left. That's important for them to see. Although all of this information is important to the person, this is most critical information right here. The idea of the modified block letter. Again, no indents, no tabs, anything like that. We're just moving these line spaces over, again over here as well, and keeping enclosure there. All the spacing will stay the same. So you have your 3 blank spaces, 1 blank space between each of these parts, 1 blank space here, and then our 3 blank lines there, and then also 1 blank line there. And that concludes doing a modified block. If you'd like to go ahead and save this, you want to do a file, save as, and I'm just going to change the file name in here as mod block business letter. Mod block business letter. Alright, that concludes the tutorial. Make sure you save. Have a good day.